Now, let's go and add some validations, because if I go to my form right now and click save, it will give me an error. This error, to prevent this, we will create a validation. So the user should add the required field. So let's go back to our project and let's go to students controller and the store method. Before our student, we will create our validation rules. So let's type here validated is equal to $ request validate, and in here we will open an array. Then inside this array we will add our validation rules. So for example, for name, I want this to be required and it should be string, and finally the max character should be 255. Let's add for all the fields. So let's copy this, add for email. So the email is also required and the type should be email. And finally, for each email, I want it to be unique. So for that, I will type unique and my table name, students, and the column name that I want to check. So students is my table name inside my database, this one, and I want to compare it, check it with this field email. Then for the age, I want this also to be required and the type should be integer. Minimum age, let's type the minimum age should be 1 and the max age should be like 150. Then for date of birth, let's say the date of birth should be nullable. It's not required, and the type is also date. We don't need max for that. Then for gender, let's call this one also required, and this one should be only M or F for male and female. So for that, I will type N, M, comma F to only accept these two value. After that, it's a score. So for the score, let's make this one also required, and let's say it's also integer. The minimum should be 0 and the max should be 100. And finally, for our image, so for the image, I will say it should be nullable. So the image is not required, it's optional. But if there is an image, the type should be image, and the type of image should be GPX, GPEG, PNG, and the max value, max size of this should be 2 MB. So for that, 248. That's it. So our backend validation is done. Now let's go to our front end and display our validation errors. So right now, if I go to here and click submit, I don't see any error. Why it's not submitting? So we have to display all the validation errors in our form. So let's go back to our create.js and in our use form, we have one more option with the name of errors. So we are going to use this, and after each of our input fields, we will just say errors dot the field name. So this one is name. Let's copy this, paste it here, and if there is any error, then in that case we will display a, let's display a div with the error message. So error dot name. Now we have to do exactly same thing for all our fields. So let's copy and paste it here. This is email. Let's copy it again, paste it here. For age, again we have to repeat this process for all our fields. Date of birth, gender, this one is score, and finally our image. So let's add it here also. So let's call it image. Okay, that's it. Now let's go back to our form and click save a student without filling our form. So let's click save. Now we got our validation errors. You guys can add any style in these fields you want. So now if I fill this, let's fill, click save, our form has been submitted. So here is our student. So this is how we can create our validations.